practice today, grabbing whatever we need, grabbing your mat, grabbing blocks. If you're sitting on a pillow, grabbing that pillow. If you've got super tight hip flexors or a tight back or anything, if you need to be sitting up against a wall, then you are nice and close to the wall. Grabbing a strap, an eye pillow for when we get to final relaxation in the practice, and just finding ourselves in our nice, simple cross-leg pose. And maybe as you are finding yourself in that simple cross-leg pose, you are just rocking it from side to side or front to back. Just finding yourself in this present moment, bringing ourselves to the present, bringing ourselves to getting ready for our practice today. And maybe if you are moving, maybe if you've got that side to side going or that front to back going, let's begin to change this into some torso circles. So if you weren't moving at all, begin to start those torso circles. That feels so good. I love these torso circles. Super good. And just nice big circles, or what feels comfortable for you. Your torso circles may be very small, especially if you've got some tightness or injuries in those hips, in your back. Maybe things are smaller, but that's okay. We're just doing the nice circling here. And let's go ahead and circle that the other way. So circling. Oh yeah. Always so nice. Especially on those back muscles. I don't know about you, but back muscles, front abdominals, really good. It's that nice circling motion. Good, let's bring this back to center. Let's take our foot out in front of us, give ourselves a little bit of foot massage. So the beginning of our body awareness of our interoception, just becoming aware, I'm aware of my very cold toes. I can feel my cold toes, but then when I just touched my cold toes, I'm like, they are actually very cold, cold toes. So that interoception, that's exactly what that is feeling it inside of our bodies and then feeling it outside of our bodies. So that's one of the big tenets of yoga is that interoception. The recognition, the body awareness, just giving yourself that wonderful foot massage. We're waking up our nerve endings. Maybe you've got some tenderness. I always have tenderness in the arches of my feet. Maybe you've got some tenderness going on, some soreness. And our feet, just such huge pressure points for the rest of our body. So working to our ankles, and up through the calf and shin. Oh yeah, so good. This is some very good self-care right here too. Actually, the whole practice is self-care, but this is extra. This is extra self-care right here. Oh, so good. All right, let's switch those feet. So now we put kind of that odd leg in front and massaging at those toes, ball of the foot, arch of the foot. Or if you're like, I need to spend extra time on one specific spot, then spend time on that specific spot. Listen to your body, remembering this is your practice. Every day is different. So maybe something you were able to do yesterday or 2 days ago, you're not able to do today, or you're far out exceeding it. So you're like, what's going on? It's just the way that our bodies work. They work along with what's going on outside of us and inside of us. Working back towards the ankle, up that shin, all this side, that shin and calf. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's some very, very strong and tight tendons that go up your leg. So if you're like, what is that feeling? It could be some tension in your tendons. They're very strong tendons. especially those ankles. Oh, goodness gracious, right there. Oh my goodness. All right, back to that simple cross leg. Let's go ahead and do a sun breath here. Let's inhale and sweep this up and exhale it out. Whew. And inhale and sweep this up and exhale this out. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. This time, as we exhale, let's take our arms behind us. Maybe they clasp together. Maybe your hands can clasp. Maybe they don't. It's okay if they don't. We're just, for this first one, we're just trying to open things up and move our arms back behind us. Maybe one finger just clasps the other. Or you can be using your strap or a towel if you're like, my arms are way out here. What do I do? Grab this and you can go here. Don't worry, because our muscles are very cold still, but opening that up. Good. Drop our chin to chest. Oh, take our eyes to sky. Very nice. Bring that neck back to neutral. Let's look to the right and look to the left and back to center. Good. Release that. Shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up and exhale it out. And inhale and sweep this up. We're going to clasp those hands behind us again. Maybe you can clasp them this time, or maybe not. Maybe you're grabbing that strap again, or maybe you're just holding on to a finger. Good. Let's look over to the right. Look over to the left. Back to center. Drop our chin to chest. And take our eyes to sky. Bring that head to center. Let's bend at our elbows. Take our hands over to our right waist and let's squeeze that elbow back towards the spine. This is opening up that shoulder capsule, opening up that pectoralis muscle, the chest muscle right here. Also opening lengthening through the tricep there as well. And that opposite arm, so our left arm, that nice extension right there too. We're getting that nice shoulder extension. Good, let's switch sides. Same thing, other side, and elbow back towards that spine. It's funny, this leg is tighter, this arm is tighter. So I've got opposite stuff going on today. Recognizing that in yourself as well. Just again, that body awareness, recognition. So good to have that. So good to know that. Good. Let's go ahead and release that, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's exhale, drop our right hand down. Let's reach over with the left. Let's try and keep our left glute, left leg down towards the floor. Breathe it here, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. And then let's go ahead and drop that left hand down. Reach that out. And breathe. Breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Very nice. Inhale and sweep this up. Clasp our hands to the top. Press our palms towards the ceiling. This can be a little difficult because we're having to use our core here. It's really easy to round this and kind of sink over. We want to lengthen up as tall as we can. So if you do have those tight hip flexors, this is going to feel like it's impossible. You're okay. You can do this. Let's breathe it. Inhale it here and exhale it out. Big deep inhale. We're going to sigh the next one as we exhale. So we're inhaling and a big sigh out here. Bring those arms out in front. Stop hands. Open up our arms and release our arms down. Good. Roll our shoulders back and roll those shoulders forward. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's take our left arm across to our right thigh. Right thumb. I'm going to follow down to our spine down towards the floor. And we can leverage ourselves into this first spinal twist of our practice. Let's breathe this here. Big deep breath. And exhale it out. Good. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Right hand's going to go across to that left thigh. Left thumb. Let's follow our spine down towards the floor, using our leg and the floor as leverage to spinal twist this here. And breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Woo. and bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. Let's drop that chin to chest. Try and keep your arms heavy by your side. Drop your chin down to your chest. So maybe those shoulders can be far away from those ears. And then let's lift our head to center, take our eyes to sky. Good, chin to chest, eyes to sky. I've got my hands tented on the floor, but I'm imagining that they're like being pulled down into the floor so that I'm keeping a lot of space between my ears and my shoulders. Again, drop that chin to chest. Oh, and you can get that really good neck lengthening, and eyes to sky. And bring that head to center. Let's drop our right ear to our right shoulder. I'm still keeping my hands glued to the floor, even though this is difficult to do. And then drop to the other side, left ear to left shoulder. We've got those neck circles coming up. Good, let's drop that chin to chest, and then right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder, and neck circles here. And I'm challenging myself even more by keeping my fingers glued and tented to the floor so that I'm trying to get as long of a neck as I can so that I can get stretching right there. Oh, but if you can't, that's fine. If you need your arms up on your legs, then yeah, listen to what is feeling best for you. Oh, but that's challenging. Especially if you've got a tight neck. Yeah, if you keep a lot of tension up in your neck, it's going to be a little uncomfortable, a little painful maybe. Let's drop that chin back to chest. Lift our head to center. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. And release that down. Very nice. Roll those shoulders back and roll those shoulders forward. Good. If you are sitting on something, if we go ahead and move that off to the side. And let's go ahead and lean ourselves back. Our fingers are facing front. And we're going to go ahead and take our feet wide. You could take them as wide as your mat. You could take them wider than your mat, whatever feels the best for you. We're going to drop our knees from side to side, or drop our legs from side to side in this windshield wiper. Taking that side to side to side to side. Very good. And let's go ahead and keep our right leg in front. This nice zigzag. Sitting ourselves up tall, lengthening up through our spine. Let's turn ourselves to the left first. So a lengthened spine, twisting to the left. Breathe it here. And then we've got our big twist to the right. So let's do that nice, so good. Oh my goodness. Big twist to the right. Big twist to the right. Maybe your hip and glute lift up off the floor. If you're hyper flexible, maybe they don't. But we've got this wonderful big twist to the right. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Big deep inhale and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Oh my goodness. Bring this back to center. Let's twist quick for 4. Let's take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last one. And back to center. Very nice. Lean this back right here again. And let's take this side to side. Side to side. Side, side. Good. Good, 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 good. And let's go ahead and keep our left leg in front. Find this nice zigzag here. Sit ourselves up tall. Lengthen up through our torso. Twisting to the left first. So we get that really tall twist. You may even need to lift your chin, lift your face. And then our big twist to the left. So big, oh goodness, big twist to the left, so good. Breathing it here, let's inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Wow. Good, let's bring this back to center, and then we're gonna twist quick for 4. Let's take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center, and last 1 and back to center. Good. Go ahead and release that. Lean ourselves back. Grab your block. We're going to take ourselves onto our backs and continue with warming up our lower body, mid body, our spine, and go into some bridge work. So let's take a block between our knees so that our thighs are engaged the whole time. We're going to keep those thighs engaged. All right, we've got our feet lined up with our knees. Our knees are lined up with our hips. Our arms are by our sides. Our elbows are pressed into the floor. We've got that block between our knees. If you don't have a block, you can also use a stiff pillow or a couple stiff pillows. But let's go ahead and inhale, lift our pelvis up towards the sky, and then exhale, lower this down. Now this bridge works so good for that back, for those glutes, for that core. Let's inhale and lift this up, and exhale, lower this down. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. Inhale and lift and hold. Holding this up in this very strong bridge. You can breathe normally up here as we are holding this bridge. So you can let that breath out and then just breathe, normal breathing while we are holding this bridge here. We are planting those feet into the floor. We've got our strong arms still pressed into the floor. Our glutes are working. Our back is working. Our quadriceps, so our front thighs, our hamstrings, legs, everything working here in this bridge. So good. Inhale it deeply. Exhale it out. We're going to do 3 more breaths like that. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. 2 more breaths. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And if your glutes are burning, then welcome to my club. My glutes are burning too. Inhale it deeply or exhale it. We'll start the breath again. Hold on just a second. All right, now inhale. And exhale it out. And 1 more time. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. I was distracted by the glute burn. Very slowly. Oh, drop that pelvis down. Keep that block between those knees. Lift our feet up off the floor. You are squeezing that block. So we've got this lifted. And then replace our feet on the floor. Lift our pelvis up. So we're kind of doing a reverse abdominal curl. Drop our pelvis back down towards the floor. Lift our feet up. So we've got this nice reverse curl. Feet go back to the floor. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale and lower this down. Lift those legs up. Drop those feet back to the floor. Inhale and lift the pelvis up. Exhale and lower this down. Lift those feet up. Good. Lower those feet back down towards the floor. Inhale, lift this up. Nice bridge. Exhale and lower down. Lift our feet up off the floor. Keep this lifted. Let's take our arms and gently either place your hands beside your temples or back behind your head, but barely touching. They don't even have to touch at all. We're going to crunch this up, lower this down. Keep those legs up. So let's inhale, crunch. Exhale, lower. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, lower. We're going to do 2 more like that. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, lower. Man, adding the breath here. Wow. Inhale, crunch. And exhale, lower. Good. Release those feet to the floor. We can release our arms back by our sides. Find our bridge 1 more time. Let's inhale, lift our pelvis up. And then exhale, lower that pelvis down. Very nice. We can release that block off to the side. Drop our knees over to the side. Take ourselves onto our sides. Bring ourselves up. And we're going to bring ourselves sitting down still. Bringing our arms by our side, fingers facing forward, and let's go ahead and go into reverse tabletop from here. So let's plant our feet into the floor. Let's press through the heels of our hands, the heels of our feet, and let's lift our pelvis up. So reverse tabletop, always one of my favorites. I just like it. It's just a really strong pose. It's just a really strong pose. I like it because it's also just a really good stretch for those biceps. Oh, never get a bicep stretch, except for right here. Really strong for those legs as well. So super good core. That neck is nice and neutral. So you're either looking up towards the ceiling or out in front of you, but you don't want your head crunched back behind you. Just got a nice neutral neck right here. Very good. Let's go ahead and drop that pelvis down. Lengthen through our legs, reach through our arms. Let's find ourselves in a supported boat pose. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. One more time. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Bring our arms by our sides. Let's find ourselves in our tabletop once again. Reverse tabletop, lift that up. Pelvis is lifted. Good. Such good stretch through those arms. This is really good strengthening for those wrists as well. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Drop that pelvis down. Let's lengthen back into that supported boat. Reaching through that, keep our shoulders down and back and breathe. Inhale it deeply here and exhale it out. One more time. Big deep inhale and exhale it out. All right, just a little bit more core. From here, now we take our legs long and we lengthen up through our torso. That stretch right through the hamstrings right there. And we reach this up. So we've got this nice capital L right here, lengthening up through our fingers, through our arms, lengthening out through our legs. Remember, longer levers make everything a little more difficult. So we find our staff pose here. Let's breathe it. Inhale and exhale it out. And inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Release our arms down. Let's bring our right leg in. So pull that right leg in. Our left leg stays super active. So that means our foot stays flexed. Our leg stays awake. So we are holding our right leg in. Let's take our right over our left. Let's wrap our left arm around our right leg. Let's get that spinal twist here. Oh, so good. Breathe it. Inhale and exhale it out. Let's twist to the other side. And inhale it here. And exhale it out. Good. Back to center. Take the bottom of our foot to the inner thigh. Peace fingers for our big toe or hand for our foot or ankle, or hands on your thigh. Remember, no knee joint though. So we're just grabbing that right there, and we've got this wonderful hamstring stretch and lateral stretch here, side stretch. You can use that arm up and over if you want. I'm gonna have it on my waist today because I feel good. Right there, and breathe. Good. Let's windmill our arms. Take that left arm to our right thigh and twist it. So adding in another little spinal twist here. A little different stretch. Oh yeah, so good. All right, lengthen back through the legs. So let's flex back through the feet, lengthen through the legs, reach up through our arms. So we've got this uppercase L, and let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Big deep inhale and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good, release that down. Bring that leg in, left leg. So left leg comes in, right leg is gonna stay active, foot is flexed. So it stays awake. And let's take our left over right. Oh, just that movement. And right there. Let's wrap that right arm around that left leg and twist it. Keep our right foot flexed. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Woo. And let's twist it the other way. Twisting that. Good. Breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale. And inhale. And an exhale. So good. All right, let's take the bottom of that foot to the inner thigh. Peace fingers for that big toe, or hand to shin, or hands to thigh. Whatever works for you, and whatever you did on the other side. So trying to keep it balanced. Trying to do the same thing on both sides of the body. This side is tighter in my hamstring. Much different. So again, maybe you're recognizing something like that as we do these different sided things. Maybe you're recognizing, whoa, one side feels definitely different than the other. Very normal, because we don't live a life where we go onto both sides of the car, or we don't live a life where we're using both of our hands for everything, or both of our legs for everything, or whatever. However that we live our lives is unbalanced. So that's the beauty of this practice. We are breathing it here. Very nice. Let's go ahead and release that. Let's bring both of our feet together, grabbing those ankles. Oh yeah, nice butterfly here. So good. Maybe in this butterfly, you're able to take your shoulders, roll them down, back. Oh, and opening that up. Goodness gracious. Woo! Very good. All right, simple cross leg. So let's change that to a simple cross leg. We're going to move this forward into all fours. So just bringing ourselves onto all fours. Shoulders over our wrists, hips over our knees, cat and cow. Let's drop that belly to the floor, eyes to the side, and then round our spine, chin to chest. We'll add that breath in here. So let's drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. Good, bring that back. Nice and flat, nice and neutral. Let's lift our right leg up. So super strong here. Let's lengthen through that, flex through that foot. This may be where you are going to go today. If you want to go further in this bird dog, I was like, what is the name? Bird dog. Then you're going to lengthen through that arm. So you've got the opposite arm, opposite leg. Right leg is lifted, left arm is lifted. So we are holding this here. Wow, this is challenging today. Yeah. All right, elbow to knee 6 times. Let's bring this in for 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. Here's 4 and extend. Here's 3 and extend. It's 2 and extend. And last one and extend. Good. Reach through that extension. Very nice. And let's release the arm. Let's release the leg. Good. Let's take it to the other side. So lift that left leg up. This may be where you're going to go today, or if you're going to go to that full pose, reach through that right arm. So left leg is lifted, right arm is lifted again. This is challenging today. Lifting that leg, lifting that arm, finding this balance. Wow. Elbow to knee 6 times. Bring this in for 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. Here's 4 and extend. Here's 3 and extend. It's 2 and extend. And last one. Let's hold this extension here. Hold this, hold this. Good. Release the arm and release that leg. Very nice. Let's take our right leg back again behind us, except we're going to cross it over. So now we've crossed our leg. That feels really good. Crossing our leg behind us and pressing through that heel. So we're getting a little bit more of a lengthening stretch and more of a calf stretch and an ankle stretch right here. And then let's bring this back to center. Same thing. Lengthen through that left leg, cross that over, and then kind of sit back just a tad. a little bitty bit to get that really good calf stretch, ankle stretch, right there. Very nice. And then bring this back to center. Back to all fours, that quadruped position, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Drop our belly, inhale. Round our spine, exhale. Good, drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. Very nice, bring our spine back to neutral. Let's sit ourselves back into our first child's pose. I love this one today for the front of my feet. It feels really good on my ankles. Yeah. All right, so we're lengthening through our arms, sitting back towards those heels. So good, so good. Looking at our hands, let's walk both of our hands over to the right. Let's take that left hand on top of that right hand, and let's go and sit that glute. So our left glute to our left heel. Breathe. Such a good side stretch. Same thing, other side. Let's walk our hands over to the left. Take our right hand on top of our left hand. Oh goodness, that right glute to that right heel. I feel this one more on the upper body than I did on the other side. So up in my lat, my latissimus dorsi, the big back muscles right up there, up into my armpit. Really good. All right, bring this back to center. Very nice. And we are going to bring ourselves up on our knees, and we are going to take ourselves to the front. Let's go into our modified half moon, our supported half moon. Don't think we'll need, no, we won't need a block for this. So we've got ourselves on our knees. Let's take our left leg. Let's take our left leg off to the side. Your ankle can be, toe can be pointed forward to the side or forward. So ankle can be however it feels best for you, however it works best for you. Let's lengthen it through our arms. This is our gate pose. Maybe you want to stay here the whole time. I don't know, this can be a good thing. Otherwise, we're going to take ourselves down, and we've got a nice side, a half plank right here. So we've got this strong half plank, and then we're going to move into that modified half moon. So your half moon is just that lifting of the leg. Maybe you are lifting and lowering. Maybe your flexibility, mobility, or strength isn't letting you lift your leg. That's okay. You can keep it right here. Otherwise, maybe working on that balance, that strength. This is core strength. This is glute strength. This is strength. This is all over strength right here. Engaging all kinds of muscles, all kinds of stuff. Good. Let's go ahead and release that leg down. And we're going to reach over, get that posing stretch. So good. Good. And then release that. Let's take it to the other side. So let's take our right leg off to the side. And you want to keep that ankle like how you did on the other side. Neutral, pointed one way or pointed to the front. However you had it on the other side, try and do the same thing on this side. Find our gate pose, and this may be where you are staying today. Or you're going to be working towards that half plank, side plank, right here, this nice strong side plank, or working towards that modified half moon. And you can be lifting and lowering, or you can be holding here. You can be even up against a wall here if you need this as well. If there's something going on with your balance, or if you're just not feeling strong enough yet, you can always scoot yourself against the wall or any support. We are breathing this here. Good, let's go ahead and drop that foot down if you had that lifted, and let's reach this over. And just reaching and stretching through that. Very good. And release that. Good. All right, bringing ourselves back, putting your blocks. Let's go ahead and put our blocks where we want them for when we get to our sun salutation. So putting them in front of my mat. All right, back to all fours. We're going to curl our toes under. We've got ourselves going into our first downward facing dog. Let's lift our tails to the sky. Keep our knees super duper bent.
Oh, and lengthen through our spine right here. Maybe nodding that head, yes. Maybe shaking that head, no. Good, and then from here, let's begin to pedal our feet, pedal our heels down towards the floor. Ooh. Heels down towards the floor. And then dropping both of those heels down towards the floor. You can always make it a little easier by taking your feet wide, like as wide as your mat. Your heels will drop a little bit closer to the floor. If that's your goal, if your goal is to get your heels down to the floor, then take your feet wide. And then you'll slowly work on that flexibility. Let's lift up on our toes, keep our heels high, drop both of our heels over to one side. So now we're stretching through those ankles. Good. I'm loving this inversion right now. The head lower than the heart. Lift those heels back up, drop them over to the other side. Oh, wow. So yeah, when we did the massage, my left ankle was tender to touch, but then my other ankle is tender when I'm doing this. So both ankles got worked. You just are feeling it in different ways. All right, let's walk both of our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Let's ragdoll it here first. So let's let our arms dangle. Let's let our upper body be heavy. If you want to, or actually let's all do this. Let's go ahead and take our opposite elbow with the opposite hand, make a frame for that head. That makes that upper body feel even heavier and pulls further down towards the floor. Your feet are rooting, so toes, big toe, little toe, heel, all four corners of the feet are rooting into the floor. So that's making those calves and hamstrings stretch. But then your upper body is being pulled down to the floor as well. So that's kind of folding you in half, and you're getting that upper body stretch too. We can release our arms now. Go ahead and grab those blocks if you're using blocks. Let's inhale, flat back, look forward, tabletop. Exhale, release. Our head has been low, so take this next one nice and slow. Inhale and sweep this up. Big mountain pose. You can take that as slow as you need to so you don't get dizzy. So we've inhaled this up and then exhale it around to a chair. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale it around to chair. Inhale and lift. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep this up. Exhale it around to chair. Inhale and lifting up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Moving on. Let's keep our right foot forward. Let's take our left foot back. Drop our left, or take our left hand onto block or into the floor. And let's spinal twist it open. Oh yeah. To the right. Breathing this here. Oh, just lengthening through that. Both of those legs. Good. Let's bring this to center. Take our foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Keep this top of plank. We're going to shift it forward and then take it back. We're going to do this a couple times. Let's go ahead and shift that forward and take that back 2 more times. Shift that forward and take that back 1 more time. Shift that forward and take that back. This next one, we get to keep the shifting forward. So shift this forward, drop to the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes to the floor. Ooh, heart lifts up off of the floor. Yeah, right there. Curl our toes under, keep our knees bent, lift our tails to the sky. And this down dog is always one of your home poses. So if you're ever like, I need a break, down dog or child's pose, those are your home base poses. This is where you catch your breath, where you bring your thoughts back to the present, where you can just breathe very deeply and enjoy the immersion right here. Let's center our weight, lift our right leg up. So we're lifting that right leg up, centered weight, and then we're gonna bring our right leg through and forward. So walking that through, however you can get it back into that lunge, grabbing our blocks or whatever you're using for height. And we're going to square around that foot, or like you're just framing that foot with those blocks. So our front foot is framed with the blocks. We've got our hands on the blocks. Let's lift our back leg up. Modified warrior 3. Oh yeah. My glutes are screaming today. Bring that foot down to meet the other foot. Let's inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale it around to chair. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Our left foot is going to stay forward. Our right foot's going to go back into lunge. Right hand on the block or on the floor. Let's spinal twist it over to the left and breathe. Very good. Let's bring this back to center. Let's take our foot back to meet the other foot and we'll do our strengthening, our plank strengthening one more time. So let's shift that weight forward and then bring that back. And shift that weight forward and bring that back 2 more times. Shift that weight forward and bring that back. 1 more time, shift that weight forward and bring that back. Next time we get to stay forward. So go ahead and shift that weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes, heart goes to the floor, heart lifts up off of the floor. So good. Curl our toes under, let them press, downward facing dog, and breathe. Those deep breaths feel really, really good in the down dog. Especially after the plank work. Whew. All right, let's center our weight and lift our left leg up. So 3-legged down dog, left leg is lifted, and then we're gonna bring our left leg through. Walk it through, help it through, however you can to get back into that lunge. And then grab those blocks and frame that foot with your blocks. So that your foot is right there in the center. And we can go ahead and lift our back leg up into modified warrior 3. Lifting that back leg up, that's a strengthening move right there too. Lifting that. You didn't know that we were doing body weight strengthening today. That's what yoga is. It is considered a strength practice. It is body weight strengthening. Good, go ahead and bring that foot forward. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Good, exhale around to chair. Let's hold it here in chair. So holding it here, you're like, yeah, I can feel the strengthening part now in this seated squat. Let's bring our hands to heart and we're going to do a twist with this. So we'll do our right elbow, our right tricep to our left thigh. Let's take this into that seated spinal twist. And if you're like, why? It's on fire. Yes. Breathe it. Breathe into that. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good, let's bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep that up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale it around to chair. Once again, good. Let's bring the hands to heart and we're going to do the other side. So left elbow to right thigh. Let's take that into that seated spinal twist. And let's breathe it here. A couple of breaths. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep that up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Right foot's going to stay forward. Left foot's going to go back into lunge. Let's do that spinal twist again. Spinal twist to the right. So good. Such a good stretch here in that glute, in that hip. Right there. Good, bring this to center. Take our foot back to meet the other foot. Top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, let them press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Oh, yeah. You can, big sigh breath here. Sigh breath as many times as you want to here. This is so good. This is some good nervous system stuff right here because your head is low. Your head's lower than your heart and you're doing sigh breath. What? This is all kinds of good stuff for your nervous system. Let's center our weight. 3-leg down dog. So let's lift our right leg up. Lift that up. Breathe. Let's go ahead and bring that right leg forward, helping that forward, walking that forward. And then grabbing those blocks, framing that foot with those blocks. Let's lift that back leg. Lift that up, modified warrior 3, or supported. Say supported warrior 3. And then bring that foot to meet the other foot. Nice. Oh, nice forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep this up. Exhale it around to chair. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Let's keep our left foot forward. Right foot goes back. Right hand on block. Spinal twist to the left. Yeah. Always, second time through, always feels so much better than the first. Breathe it here. Good, bring this to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Shift the weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog. Breathe it. Sigh it. Deep breath. Enjoy the inversion. So good. Let's center our weight here. Bring that left leg up. You can breathe it with that left leg lifted. And then let's go ahead and bring this leg through. Bring that forward. Back into that lunge. Let's frame that foot with those blocks. And then let's go ahead and lift our back leg up. Modified, supported, warrior 3. Good, good. Very nice. And then let's bring that leg forward. Very nice. Let's inhale. Flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep this up. And exhale, release our arms to our sides. Good. Let's go ahead and take our legs to the wide edge of our mat. Let's bring our blocks with us. And let's take our strap with us. So, bringing our blocks right here. We're coming to the wide part of our mat. Let's do some 5-pointed star with some pliés first, and then we'll use that. So 5-pointed means our toes are going to be out, our hands are going to be out. Oh, so good. In those pliés. So we're going to take this down and extend this up. So let's go ahead and inhale down and extend and lift. Exhale. Inhale it down and exhale. Inhale it down. Try and squeeze those shoulder blades and exhale. Inhale it down and exhale lift. Let's go 4 more. Inhale it down and exhale extend. Inhale it down and exhale extend. 2 more. Inhale it down and exhale extend. 1 more. Inhale it down and exhale, extend. Good. Our next one, let's go ahead and inhale, hold this down. We can exhale as we are staying right here in this squat, in this sumo squat, in this plie. It's going to burn. 1 more breath. Inhale it deeply and exhale it. And we can release those legs. Oh, shake that out. Maybe your legs cramped like mine. Maybe they didn't. Taking our legs wide again.
This time our toes, instead of pointing out, we're gonna point our toes inwards. Oh, actually grab your strap too. So grab that strap or band, whatever you are using, or a towel, just for length. And you can wrap that, and we're gonna open that. Oh, opening the chest more, opening the shoulders more. Toes are to the front on those railroad tracks or slightly inwards to protect our knees. And we're gonna take ourselves over. So we've got our wide-legged forward fold with our arms extending. So we are stretching a bazillion things right here. We're stretching through our legs, our ankles, our toes are pointed forward or slightly inwards. Our arms are falling towards the floor over our head. So that means that we're getting shoulder opening. There's some bicep stuff going on here. Yep, lots of stuff going on, and breathe. And then plus inversion, our head, it's lower than our heart again. Lots of inversion today. Ooh, so good. Breathe it here. Inhale and exhale. My brain must be needing like some, just like, yeah, upside down today. Let's do lots of upside down. And breathe and exhale. Keep it here. I know your body's screaming to bring it up. Try and keep yourself folded over for just a few more breaths. If your arms are shaking, normal. If your legs are shaking, normal. If you're seeing stars, kind of normal, but that just means that you need to come up really slow when we eventually come up. Inhale deeply and exhale it out. One more time. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And if you are seeing those stars, come up very slowly. Otherwise, well, actually, we're all going to come up slowly, but if you're seeing stars, come up super duper slow. Just bring yourself up. So good. Oh, very nice. And we can release that strap. Now we want our blocks. You can have your blocks at a height that's good for you, because we're going to keep our wide leg forward fold. And you can use those blocks. We're going to be doing some spinal twisting. So if you need height for that, then use that. If you don't, you just want a little bit of height. So putting those however you want to use them. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up, and exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Ooh, so a nice wide-legged tabletop. This feels super duper good. Actually, in this wide-legged tabletop, so our feet are still facing forward like they're on those railroad tracks, using the support of our blocks. Let's bend our left knee and get and get such a good stretch in that inner right thigh. So we are bending through that left knee, right leg is straight. So good. Let's bring this back to center. Let's take this to the other side. And you can move those blocks to wherever you need them. Let's bend through that right knee. Oh, goodness. Right there, that left inner thigh. We've got that nice long leg, nice bent knee in the right, and breathing that. And you can be looking down or you can be looking forward. We've got those glutes pressed back. We've got our nice strong legs right here. Good, let's bring this back to center. So our legs are both now straight. Let's inhale it again, flat back, look forward. Let's keep our right hand into block and let's twist open with the left. And breathe that here too. So now we're getting the inner thigh again, just a little bit different area, and that back and our spine. Breathe it. And release. Good, release the arm. Relax that. Let's inhale, flat back, look forward again. And let's take our left hand into block, right arm twists open. Inhaling and exhaling in this twist. Good, bring this back to center and release that and relax that. Good, let's do the side stretch one more time each side. So you can move those blocks with you. You can bend through that left knee, lengthening through that right leg. Ah, such a good stretch right there. Breathe it here, inhale and exhale it out. Bring that to center.
Now we take it to the other side, bend through that right knee, left leg stays nice and straight. Inhale it here. And exhale it out. And lengthen back up through this. Good. Since we're here, let's do that spinal twist one more time each side. So let's just press our right hand into that block. Let's twist our left arm up. Oh, yeah. Breathe it here. Inhale. And exhale it out. And release. Good. Let's press our left hand to block. Reach our right arm up. Twist that here. Inhale. And exhale. And release that down. Good. Let's take our hands right to our hip crease. Lead with that head. Bring ourselves up so tall. 5-pointed star. Let's just keep it right here, lengthening. Imagine that somebody, because we're going to get on the floor in just a second, but imagine somebody's pulling at your wrists, somebody else pulling at your feet. We'll do the same thing on the floor, but we're just getting a lengthen here. 5-pointed star. Inhale it here. And exhale it out. Good. All right. Now let's go ahead and bring ourselves down to the floor, grabbing whatever you need for final relaxation, because that's where we're going. If you use an eye pillow, you could grab that. Regular pillow, blankets, whatever you need. Let's take ourselves down onto the floor. You have worked hard. A lot of inversion and a lot of big muscle group, like big muscle strengthening today. So let's take ourselves down onto the floor. Let's lengthen through our legs towards one end of the room. Reach through our arms towards the other end of the room. You've got that eye pillow. Maybe the eye pillow is going over your eyes, over your face. Just enjoying the darkness and the heaviness of that eye pillow. Same thing we did in 5-pointed star. Imagining somebody is pulling at your wrists. Somebody else pulling at your ankles. Adding some length to your limbs, length to your body, length through your torso. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And remember, I can't hear you. So if you want a sigh breath throughout all of your relaxation, then sigh breath as loud as you want. You are in your own space, so you can make as much weird noise as you need to for your relaxation. It could be super helpful. Enjoying the relaxation. Go ahead and relax and release those arms. Let those feet fall open. Bend at our knees. And actually here, let's drop both of our knees over to one side. Oh, oh. And maybe you can relax in the spinal twist. Maybe it's such a not relaxing move. If you want to have both of those legs open, you can do that too. But maybe it might feel okay for just that one side, because then we're going to do the other side in just a moment, a breath or two. But remember, the big breathing, the big deep inhale and the big exhale, it will help smooth it out. It will help it to feel better. If that was a bit jarring to drop both of those knees over to one side. Oh. And then let's bring those legs back to center, and then let's drop them to the other side. Maybe a bit jarring again, or maybe not. Maybe your legs aren't even going over to the side. That's okay. Just as long as there's a little bit of torso movement. Sometimes super tight and a lot of tightness in the hips or in the glutes or in the back can inhibit that. And that's okay. That's what you're working on.
Good, let's bring this back to center. Just to center. And you can side breath if you need to. You can exhale all of that old oxygen out. And then let's go ahead and drop both of those knees over to your most comfortable side. Let's take ourselves onto our side for a couple of breaths here. And then let's slowly press ourselves up. Bring ourselves up into a seated pose that feels supportive for you. Sitting ourselves up tall. Let's inhale and sweep those arms up. Bring our palms together. Exhale, eyes following our fingers. Ooh, take our chin to chest. Lift that head center, take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today and speak with others, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Big, deep inhale and exhale. One more time. Big, deep inhale. And a big cleansing exhale. And thank you for joining me for the practice today. Have a blessed rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.